Can you take me back to that house on Bay Parkway?
6801 Bay Parkway, the apartment?
Yeah.
Brooklyn 4, New York. That's what the zip code was a 4. Sure, right around the corner because I couldn't cross the street by myself. It was the Marlboro Theater. It's where I saw my first movies. This was pre-television. But I'd sit like this, listening to the radio. The shul, it's West 9th Street between Bay Parkway and Avenue O. And if you then walk to the corner, and I couldn't cross the street, and if I was going around the corner, I couldn't even think of going around 2 corners. I'm lost. I don't know, where am I? What's direction? And so there was the shul there. My father would go to the shul, and I would go with him sometimes, if not all the time. And there were kids on the streets that we would play. As a matter of fact, one of the street games that we played was called 3 Feet to Germany. And you cross the gutter, cross the street, because there were cars there. We didn't get a car. We didn't have a car to begin with. We would take the subway, the Sea Beach line. And on Saturday nights, usually they would take me to the movies. I remember some pictures that I saw. And after the movies on Saturday, and we're up late, they'd take me into Jack and Irv's, and we'd get a black and white ice cream soda.
And who were your friends?
Well, Stevie Greenstein, Eddie Posner, and then in the house, Donnie Green lived in the house. Donnie Kramer lived across the street, and then there were triplets. There were I think Elliott Levine lived there too. Green something. I could find out, call Donnie Kramer and find out what the name of the triplets were, because there was one fraternal triplet. He was Mikey, but then there was I think Robert and Elliott. There was an Elliott, and in 1945, the Chicago Cubs played the Detroit Tigers in the World Series, and I bet. I used to have a compulsion because we had no money, so I bet a nickel, and I lost. And Mikey asked my mother for the money. And in a movie I made with George Segal, I said in the movie, California Split, I've been trying to get even ever since. He asked, my mother had to give him the nickel. Oh my God. And then I had a water gun, and my water gun was so old and rusty, and it was like a spring, and if there's a puddle of water, and there are a puddle of waters, you suck up the water into the water gun, and it has one really good shot. And this is just before plastic water guns came in. And then you have another shot, and then nothing. And these 2 or 3 other kids had plastic water guns, which shot 1,000,000 times. And I'm soaking water. My mother came out, and she was so enraged that she got them to come into the house. I said, Mom, don't do that. We're playing together. It's okay. And then she took them into our apartment, filled the basin in the bathroom with water, and ducked their head in it. And I said, oh no, how could you do that? We're not. I'm a little young for them, and we're not going to be friends. But it's nice to be accepted. I don't mind getting wet.